Hello, Gamma Beasts. It's time to step through the green door. And welcome to Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is. I am one of your hosts, Russell, and I am joined, as always, by my incredible co-host, Justin. Yeah. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing great, Russell. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. We were a little delayed on this one because I forgot that I had to see the in-laws, and
Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah,
mhm, yeah,
that's okay.
yeah. But interesting, Justin. Just immediately going off on a tangent here. I so like I was always under the impression that when two or more people, host a show, that those two people are co-hosts. But
Right.
apparently, that's not the vernacular you're supposed to use.
Really? Okay. What is the
That
supposedly correct
we're
vernacular?
just both the okay. So if let's say you were like back in the Tomes of Evil days when you were like a
Mm-hmm.
guest, like
Mm-hmm.
before you became full fledged, then you would be a co-host.
Oh. Oh.
But see, I'm really confused on if that's real or not because, like,
I always
to
just thought that
me,
was guest host.
right?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Guest host. And then co-host are two people that are working together on the same podcast as we do on Gamma Charge.
exactly. But
And
I can't
on the
remember
form
what.
of man and just
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't remember what podcast I was listening to, but they were like, "We're not co-hosts, we're both hosts." I'm like, "What the hell do you mean?" Like,
Oh.
I
Mm.
don't feel like it's derogatory that we're co-hosts.
I
You
don't
know.
either. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
I feel like just host is too
yeah.
that's too I don't know. That's too broad.
It's
Yeah.
like I guess I could say my incredible other host, Justin the How. But
I still like co-host. I think we should still use that. I don't care if
I
it's outdated.
agree.
Whatever.
Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them all.
That's right.
Um anyway, listeners, we are bringing you yet another live Gamma Charge this evening.
Mm.
Um where
Some
we
new comic reviews.
new comic reviews, but first we have our opening segments, which first up is Smashing News. Got a little lightheaded on that one.
Good thing you took a deep breath first, Russell.
But it's the big one. No. So, Smashing News is kind of like, here, there, everywhere. Sometimes we don't have any, sometimes we have a
Mm,
lot. We
mhm.
have a couple big ones this time,
We
Justin.
do. We really do. Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the MCU news,
Mhm.
um, which is simultaneously good news and bad news.
Mm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
they recently interviewed Mark Ruffalo,
Mhm.
and first and foremost, he is going to be in Captain America, the new one that's coming out, with the
Yes.
leader. So we were
Which is
wondering, yeah,
sometime next year.
yeah, because we were wondering, it's like, how are you going to have the leader and no Hulk? Well,
Mm.
that question was answered for us.
Uh,
S-
yeah.
Um, so there might be two Hulks in that movie, Justin.
Mm. Yes.
But the sad news about that, though, is in that same set of interviews, I guess Kevin Feige told Mark Ruffalo there would not be a solo Hulk movie. And instead, his character arc would be told across 4 other characters' movies.
Mm, that is
Hmm.
disappointing indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that they just don't think a standalone Hulk movie is financially viable because the first 2 Hulk movies didn't really, break ground, so they're probably like, "Nah, we're not gonna try that again." That's the only thing I can figure.
Instead, they would rather sink that money into something like Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just
Wi
saying they could easily tell this Hulk story in 4 parts on a Disney Plus show. That's all
Yeah,
I'll
do a
say.
show. I mean, it would be
Yeah.
an
They
expensive
don't
show,
they don't they
but,
don't need to stamp it on other people's movies and have it be tagged along as an extra
right.
piece, but I guess that's what they're going to do, so
It's just
we'll
it just it adds into the stigma that the
Mhm.
Hulk is just a smash rage monster when there's so much depth and psychology to that character
Yeah.
that a lot of the layman's don't know about.
And it also is detrimental in the sense that it goes back to the weakness of the MCU as it stands in 2024, which is that people are burned out with the fact that you have to watch 20 movies to keep abreast of what's going on. And I think this is going to really backfire on them in that people aren't really going to the casual MCU viewers aren't really going to give a shit about four different movies that are telling a Hulk story. And if they miss 2 of those, they're going to be pissed when they come in on the 3rd or 4th and be like, "What the hell is this like big fucking green guy doing? Like who's this green guy?" They're not going to keep up with it and it's going to backfire, I think. That's just
You just,
my
yeah.
knee jerk reaction to this news that they're going to spread this Hulk story across. I think it's the people that are kind of sick of the whole larger franchise thing and just want movies like self-contained stories within their movies are going to tune out for this stuff completely.
Mhm. Yeah. And the diehard Hulk fans are, of course, suffering
Mm,
because I
yeah.
mean, it's fine that we get to see him on the big screen again, but like, what about
Mm,
a Hulk movie, you know,
yeah.
or a
Good-
Hulk show?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
um, well, just to kind of tie into that, uh, there was a green arm scene in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Um,
Mm,
and I think it's speculated that that is our stupid, sexy Shulky,
mm, yes.
which those 2 characters are a match made in heaven, I think. But um, so I mean, obviously, this leads to a lot of possibilities. That thought that Deadpool trailer looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. I can't wait for that in July. Yeah.
Oh, we got a comment here from Brenton. Hey guys, really enjoy the podcast. Thank you, Brenton.
Oh, thank you. We're glad you enjoy it.
So, I was talking with our well, my you haven't formally met him yet, Justin, but my co-host on another podcast, Josh Link, who's going to be joining us on the next proper Gamma
On the
Charge,
next, yes, on the next Gamma Charge.
and he, I guess this is common knowledge, and I somehow missed it. He told me who the villain of Deadpool and Wolverine is. And I was like, you gotta be shitting me. I can't wait to tell Justin.
Is this the movie Deadpool 3, the villain for the movie?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is it Dr. Bong?
No, I God, I wish. Oh man, no. It's one of your favorites, Justin.
Oh?
Cassandra Nova.
Oh, that's right. I did read that. Yes. I saw that on some site. Yeah, Stewie Griffin is going to be the
Yeah.
villain of Deadpool 3. Oh,
Oh,
I love it.
Brenton says he hopes it's the Bi Beast.
I would love it if it was the
Ah!
Bi-Beast. I would love it if it was the Bi-Beast.
Missed opportunity for sure. You're
Yeah,
correct.
Cassandra Nova sucks. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
just the whole.
we also got some spam comments on Twitch there.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. We're
nice.
moving up in the world. We got spam. I
H.
like the fried
Condolly.
I like some fried spam with some eggs and but not Twitch spam. That
Yeah,
doesn't really
yeah,
go.
that's not
um
appetizing.
Also, I guess this isn't really Hulk related, but we have to bring it up. We got our cast and release date for the Fantastic Four.
Yes, and I'm so excited
And
about this movie, about this
uh,
cast. I'm so happy about it.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, let's fast forward to 2026 or whenever this friggin' thing is coming out.
2025 next year.
Oh, is it that soon?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they
Um
haven't even filmed a second of it yet. They better get on it.
and it comes out the same month as the new Superman movie, so there's some direct competition.
Oh. Oh,
Um
man,
uh-oh.
they're going neck and neck. Oh, what's this? Yes, do you have a rant pants regarding Stinky?
I might. I don't know. I can
Okay,
probably think of something. Um
alright.
but yeah, Fantastic Four apparently going to be a period piece, Justin.
Mm, mhm,
1963.
yes.
Uh,
What I have always thought that they could do as a perfect way to introduce the Fantastic Four to the MCU is have them taken out of time because of some fucked up shit that happened with Reed Richards' time platform. And
yeah.
so nobody remembers the Fantastic Four. Nobody even
Mm,
knows who they are. They've been taken out of history completely. Or it could have been some fight with Doctor Doom, and they were all completely erased, which would explain why we haven't seen a whisper of Doom in anything to do with any of the MCU stuff. And then all of a sudden, they're back. Like there's some time shit that happens, and all of a sudden they're back, and
yeah.
they have to
It's almost
explain where
like
they've been for all this time. Yeah.
at the end of the Hickman Secret Wars where they erased the Fantastic Four for a while.
Mm.
Um
Yeah, yeah,
and then they eventually came back.
yeah.
There were also hints of Doom in that Deadpool trailer, so it looks like things are all coming together for Doctor Doom.
Watch it be the Christoph Doom.
Oh no, no! Watch it be Hulk
Uh,
2099.
yeah.
No, but hopefully this means that we will get a on-screen battle between Hulk and Wolverine at some point, and a
Mm,
on-screen battle between Hulk and the Thing.
yes.
Um,
Yes, I've been waiting for both. Mhm.
yes, I think every Marvel fan since 1960 whatever has been waiting for that.
Yeah.
Um, so one last bit of news here, unless Justin has something else that I don't know about,
No,
but
no, that was it, yeah.
DC and Marvel coming together to
Oh, yeah, yeah.
release an omnibus of their past crossovers and an omnibus for their amalgam universe, which is I never
Well,
thought we'd see the day that this happened
me
again.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that we were gonna have to pay outrageous prices on eBay for this stuff. And I'm
Hmm.
talking outrageous. The last time I looked at it, was flabbergasted. So I am really stoked for these omnibuses. I'm going to get both of them. And
Thanks,
yeah,
Joe.
we have. Thank you, Joe. And yeah, we're going to definitely talk about some of that stuff on the show for sure.
Yeah. Um, I think specifically we're getting a reprint of I think it's DC Comics special number 27, which is Batman versus the Incredible Hulk, which
Yes.
is a pretty infamous story. Well, I can't wait to break down some of the more infamous parts of that. Starting
Yeah,
with
we're gonna have a lot
who
of fun with that.
who are our villains? The Joker and checks notes. The Shaper of Worlds.
The Shaper of Worlds.
And then and then also Superman versus the Incredible Hulk, which I have
Yes.
read. And that is by Roger Stern.
Yes, that's good stuff.
And then the amalgam, I actually off the top of my head can't remember who the Hulk was amalgamized with.
I don't remember it either.
I can remember, Iron Lantern and Dark Claw and Doctor Strange Fate, but
Doctor Strange Fate and Amazon and there
Speed
was the go
Demon.
Speed Demon, yes. I
Yeah.
love Speed Demon, yeah.
Oh, of course. Hulk was combined with Solomon Grundy, and he was Skulk.
Oh, Skulk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, because amalgam is so wild. One of my favorite, there's like the two-faced goblin.
Yeah.
I think there was an amalgam between Sabretooth and the Joker called like Wild Child, but Wild Child was also in the main Marvel universe, so I'm not sure that was the name. Or I think it was the Hyena. His name was the Hyena. But
that's perfect.
But my
who
favorite,
did the art for Skulk? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just saw his picture. But my favorite amalgam creation. Well, I think Doctor Doomsday is pretty funny.
Oh,
But
yeah.
my favorite is the combination between the Riddler and the Kingpin, Justin, and he was called the Big Question.
The Big Sexy
Kevin Nash. But,
yeah.
Well, I think with that we can move on to our next segment, which is the Hulk and Hall.
Hulk and Hall.
I think I'm gonna take first this time, Justin.
Go for it, yeah.
So, for those that don't know, Justin and I also appear once a month over on the Capes and Lunatics podcast for Inner John Universe, where we are discussing Skybound's, reboot of the Transformers and G.I. Joe universes, and it's fucking awesome.
Yes. All of those books are amazing. So if you haven't checked those out and you have a passing interest, do go check those out immediately.
So I got a wild hair up my ass to start collecting some figures for the characters represented in the Transformers book. And today I will show you the Decepticons that I have acquired.
Decepticons assemble.
Technically, this character has only appeared so far in Void Rivals, but Shockwave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's just all alone back there on Cybertron.
That's okay. He likes his solitude, man. Puts his feet up on the desk.
The Autobots are inferior. The Soundwave is superior.
Oh, yeah. I love that. So
yeah, he's awesome. No cassettes yet. I bought
but
this
soon.
loose, and he didn't come with them. So,
You can get those separately, right? Although,
yeah,
yeah.
they're actually more expensive than he was.
No, I don't doubt it. Especially Rat Bat.
Yeah. Our current filling leader of the Decepticons, Starscream.
There he is. That son of a bitch. Oh, I love it. That's a
Squish
great
a
one.
squishy.
That's a good one.
And then we just revealed that Cobra Commander has a little secret back at Cobra Law.
Mm-hmm.
The mighty Megatron.
Yes. Yep.
What a
Who is
beautiful
the...
figure.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. That's a more recent one, isn't it?
Yeah, all of these are.
From the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, this G1-esque Megatron does not turn into a gun. They stopped doing that
Yes.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He turns into a tank, which I guess is just a bigger gun, but
Yeah. It's a gun that can move around.
next live stream I'll show the Autobots. That's what I'll do.
Nice.
I'm
Very cool.
for some reason I'm more proud of those because I don't typically get good guy figures, really.
Oh, yeah.
So
You and I both tend to favor the villains more, yeah.
hence the tomes of evil. But
Yeah.
Justin, what do you got to show us?
I have so much stuff. Holy cow. I don't know if I should
Oh my
show it all,
god, do you ever?
but I have to show this first.
I bet the mailman hated coming to your house.
Yeah.
He was like, "This whole truck is for Justin."
The bumper's dragging on the ground. There's so much stuff in the back of this damn truck.
Justin
But...
is good. My ass.
But I found this lovely guy in the store and had to have him. This is the Battle Roar Godzilla.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
I keep
makes you so happy.
eyeballing the RC one. Justin,
Oh,
the
yeah,
one,
yeah.
the remote control roars and sprays an atomic breath. I'm like, oh, I'm this close. Boris would hate it.
Oh, he would. You could chase him all around the house with that thing. But besides Godzilla, I also got a pile of Big Finish Doctor Who audios that I ordered. They were having a sale on the third Doctor adventures, so I picked up 5 of those. And I've been enjoying those. I've been enjoying those so much. And also, I have a pile of books, which took the better part of a month, actually, to get to me. But I have to show them all off because they're all... I'm just really happy about the variety that I picked out. I'll show you mine. First is Tales of the Super Pets. Which these are a bunch of reprints of Silver Age stories. With Streaky the Super Cat and Crypto the Super Dog and Ace the Bat Hound, Comet the Flying Horse, Aquaman's Pet Octopus Topo. Oh my god. And then we go right from that to Grendel, Matt Wagner's Grendel Omnibus, Volume 1, Hunter Rose.
Talk about a villain.
Yes, this is a fucking masterpiece. So this comes with my highest recommendation.
Had you read Grendel before?
Only bits and pieces from some of the Dark Horse issues, like the individual ones, but I haven't read them like in order like this. And it makes so much sense to read them in the order that I'm finally reading them now, and it's a much better experience. Also, this is a new one, actually, Hellcat. This
Ooh.
this one came out last fall, I think, and has a character we'll be talking about in tonight's She-Hulk issue, Patsy Walker. And it also has a guest appearance from one of me and Russell's favorites, Sleepwalker.
Yeah, he's a big part of that miniseries.
Yes, yeah. Also, this is one that Russell knows and loves.
Uh-oh.
The Godzilla IDW. The first volume of the library collection, which has 3 different miniseries collected in it.
Have you flipped through that yet, Justin?
I have. I started reading it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I love that.
Real quick,
hey, Noel.
Noel says, "Did you know the singer for Pet Shop Boys worked for Marvel Comics before they started the duo?" No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, Neil Tennant. Yeah, I knew that he worked like as a kind of a journalist or like in like the press, some music press or something. Maybe that's cool. Also, and I've been waiting a long time for this one. The Romnibus is here at last.
God, that's beautiful. Oh my god.
This is the George Paris cover,
Mm.
which I discovered was actually a commission. This piece of artwork was a commission. So I give great thanks. I give great thanks to whoever had this originally done as a commission, decided to share it with the rest of the world because it is gorgeous.
Right. Noel said that they were the editor for Marvel UK.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. And last but not least,
Romania.
Last but not least, Russell actually has helped me complete my new collection of Doctor Strange Epic Collections.
Look at those beauties.
Yes, they just arrived today. This is volume 1. And here's volume 3. Volume 2 just came out, so I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Love that cover. And then there's volume 4.
Oh, yeah.
This has some of my favorites in it of all time. And then The Reality War, volume 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be some people in that Epic Collection group that are jealous of you, Justin, because they're seeking out those strange ones, and they're like, "Why are they so expensive?" And I'm like, "Well, I gotta give a deal to my old pal the Owl, you know."
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I love the Epic Collections, and these Doctor Strange ones are perfect because I'm missing so much of these issues that it just makes sense to have them in some collected format like this.
We've been so fortunate with Epic Collections, thanks to our old pal Carl Smith. I mean, he
oh man,
sent
yeah.
all 3 of our team members here a massive amount of Epic Collections for free.
For free, yeah. Yeah, I still am flabbergasted at that. Yeah, it was so wonderful.
We love and miss you, Carl.
We do. We have to have him back on the show at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the one that Triumph and Torment that starts the Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme series. Yeah, that's a good collection.
Which I love, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just you found the other 2 goodies in that box, I hope.
Oh, yes. You included a Punisher and Wolverine comic that has art by John Romita Jr. and Klaus Janson, a couple of old favorites.
Yeah.
And then an issue number. I was surprised that you included issue number 2 of Damage, DC series.
I did. I was gonna send you.
I thought, why
I was
isn't he
gonna.
keeping this? I thought he likes this.
I do, but you really liked it, so I have more somewhere, so I'll eventually send you more. But
Okay, well, thank
so
you.
you can get a complete collection of damage,
Nice.
but
All right. Yes,
or
thank you. I
start
appreciate
one because
it. Yeah, I don't have any of the physical issues of that, so that's lovely.
it was the one we just covered for the bonus show that'll be coming
That's
out
right.
this month.
Yeah.
Well, anything else, Justin?
No, actually, that's the end of that part. Although I did get some music too. I got some music from our lovely editor Noel. I got music from two of his bands, Deleter and Tender Comrade, which I have been loving. And it's nice to finally listen to a couple of those albums in depth. The Owl Camp.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wanted the listeners to be able to see. No,
Yeah.
oh, that's not
All of my
good.
goodies. All of my
Here we
goodies in
go.
great detail.
Yeah,
All of my prizes.
his hanging fruit. If you know what I mean. He's hanging brain. Couple of bowls down the gob. But, so
We'll be talking with him tomorrow.
yeah, is it tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh
On
no,
Friday?
I'm jumping a gun. This weekend.
You had me having. I was about to be like,
I'm jumping the gun. It's this weekend.
but
I'm
yeah.
wishing it was this
Well,
weekend already.
yeah, me too. I'm wishing it was March 3rd because that's when I go on vacation. But
Oh, nice, very nice.
but I
See you,
think it
Noel.
is now. Oh no, you come back here. You're not allowed. But I think it's time for our main topic.
I agree.
All right, so tonight we are talking about two issues here: Sensational She-Hulk number 4 and Incredible Hulk number 8. But real quick, I did want to give a quick clap. It's a new little segment I'm going to try here.
Quick clap.
I don't know if that's name's going to stick. Because I don't think this is going to be a clap. But
Oh,
the Hulk did appear in Thanos miniseries number 2,
mhm.
which I was going to read, and then I just decided, oh shit, I'm just gonna like skim this.
Mhm.
And it is so hilariously over the top what they are doing with Thanos right now. I think it's great, but like I'm not gonna read it. The Hulk was barely in the story. They do have
Oh,
a fight, but it's not much to, write home about. There is a great sequence where they keep cutting between Thanos fighting the Illuminati and the Hulk slowly making his way towards where Thanos is. Like it'll be like Thanos is in the city fighting Doctor Strange, and it'll cut to like Colorado in the desert, and you'll see a Hulk foot, and then it'll cut to like Wyoming, and it's like there's another Hulk foot. It's like he's making his way. But yeah, that was kind of fun. But yeah, it's nothing to write home about.
yeah. There was something missing. Yeah.
I thought the whole plot of Thanos taking over San Francisco, or no, Fresno, California, and lifting it into the atmosphere that's the best thing I've ever heard. I hope he takes his Thanos copter around. But there
I
was
love
also a
that.
fun bit of Thanos getting smashed into a car and then driving it, which was a hilarious image.
He probably looked like Fred Flintstone.
Pretty
His feet
much,
sticking out the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah. But I think it's time we talk about our real comics here. First up,
Yeah.
we are going to be talking about that stupid, sexy Shulky. Um, well, first, I guess Justin, do you have the credits?
I do. So, Sensational She-Hulk #4, writer Rainbow Rowell, artist I.G. Guerra, colorist D. Cunif, letterer Joe Caramagna, and we have a variety of different covers. The editor was Nick Lowe.
Mm-hmm. So before we jump in here, I just wanted to say that this was kind of a return to form, because our first 3 issues were kind of devoted to the regular Hulk, the Bruce Banner.
Right.
This one is all about Jen again, and but unfortunately, she's dealing with the repercussions of being around her cousin. Um, so this first page here, uh, Jen is like in this amazing outfit. I love this outfit. The
Yes,
purple and pink.
it's great.
And
Yeah.
there's there's all these like paparazzi and reporters and people picketing her anti She-Hulk signs. And one of the people is like filming her with her iPhone. She's like, She-Hulk, I understand that charges will be filed against you for destroying a city block in your very own neighborhood. What's your plan? She's like, my plan is to go to work. And then, you suck, She-Hulk, coming from the back.
That made me laugh so hard when I was reading this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You suck, She-Hulk. So she goes into her office and meets with her nemesis, Mallory Book, her boss slash nemesis. And she has a client who's waiting for her, Devil Slayer, who I haven't seen actually since the Defenders, I think. I can't remember the last time. And he actually brings that up to Jen. He says, so the question is, who actually owns the name Defenders? We were always the non-team team, right? So who gets to tour as the Defenders now? Anybody? And who gets to sell the T-shirts? And he's talking about all this consumer stuff, basically. Do you think children's underwear would be tacky, like matching sets?
Underoos.
Yeah. Defenders underoos.
She gets fed up with him though. She storms out, and Mallory's still trying to talk to her. 'Cause she's like, we got to talk about this whole, you causing this damage, this, all this stuff. And Awesome Andy is holding his sign because that's how he talks, and it says, "See you at pickleball."
Yeah. I love that.
Jen's like, I'm due in court. And she's on her way to court. And we see that same woman. Will you be representing yourself when charges are filed? But then She-Hulk comes across an old couple. And the old lady says, oh my God, it's She-Hulk. Is the Hulk here too? What did the news say? Find a protected doorway or get under the table. Ma'am, the Hulk isn't here, and I'm just here for a case. I'm an attorney. Is she still looking at me? What did the news say? Be very still and don't make eye contact. So Jen's not having a good time.
Yeah. And it doesn't get any better either. She's still dealing with the case with Carcass, and the other dude getting evicted from their apartment.
Yeah.
So there's that, which obviously isn't the most fun case to deal with. She's getting dirty looks on the train when she's going back home. And there's also people in the elevator. She says to this guy in the elevator, I love asparagus season, don't you? First sign of spring. And he's just got this completely uncomfortable, like terrified look on his face as he's staring at her in the elevator.
She should have said, Green Giant.
Green Giant.
She finally makes it home after a long day. She's taking off her heels. Jack, you home? And boy, is he ever. He is in like full Doctor Strange floating meditation pose, shirtless with the big old pirate boots still on though, and she's like, "Hi there," and he says, "Jennifer, hi," and he's got like this like anime style aura emanating from him, and they're obviously very happy to see each other, but again, Jen's happiness can only last so long.
Mm. Yeah, she notices that he's not wearing his armor, and he says he's been working on keeping his zero energy contained without the suit. Uh, and they have a little bit more of a conversation, and there's a few mentions of Tony Stark, and she says, "Are you touchable like this?" And Jack says, "No, I thought it'd be easier to self-regulate if I wasn't all charged up. I just poured a bunch of zero energy into the Con Edison grid." And she says, "Drat, I wanted to fall on you." Instead, she slumps onto the couch.
And she does the classic damsel in distress type of arm over the forehead.
Yeah.
I would say she's she's really playing up the dramatics, but no, she's had a rough ass day. She is I would have just walked straight into the ocean at this point. I would have been done with everything. But I have to comment that the art here with the shirtless Jack of Hearts with his hair and his half bipedal body there. Do you remember, Justin, when Roddy Piper painted himself half black at that WrestleMania?
No, no, I don't remember that at all.
It has not. It is aged like milk. But
I can imagine. Yeah.
yeah, he painted himself half black at WrestleMania, and it looks just like Jack of Hearts here. They've got the same
that's so
hair
funny.
and everything. But the funny side note about that is that so obviously when you have like some kind of paint, especially that kind of paint that you have to wrestle in, you have like a solution to where you get it off your skin. Well, while he was wrestling his match, Andre the Giant poured that out and put water in the bottle instead.
Oh no.
So he couldn't get it off. He had to fly home looking like that and everything.
Oh no.
Andre thought that'd be funny, and it was.
I'm sure it was.
But
oh my god. I love that.
So Jack is talking to Jen. Rough day? So rough. I'm not leaving this apartment again until Monday, girl. That would be me. I would just be locked up. Unless the neighbors come with fire and pitchforks. I can handle fire and pitchforks. My hero. Seriously, that was supposed to be hyperbole. Because there's a knock at the door. Open up, Shulky. And it's Patsy. And what an outfit she has here. She's got like a 70s, well, actually probably 60s thing going on
looks
here.
closer to 60s. Yeah, definitely.
She's got these polka dots, this orange dress, these orange boots. I was like, she raided Hobgoblin's fucking closet. But she said, what is this? No. These aren't your fun going out clothes. These are my fun staying in clothes. And Patsy says, no way. We're going out with Carol tonight. I got reservations at Basement. You can't back out. I forbid it. Patsy, I know you know that I've had the week from hell. Jen, no. You can't leave me alone with Carol. She doesn't appreciate my energy. Patsy, she literally said, I don't appreciate your energy. And then, of course, I'm into the next page. Damn it,
Oh,
just-
that's okay. Yeah. So then Patsy continues and she says, "So I told her I can't appreciate her jacket." Patsy stops and says, "Well, hello, Jack of Hearts." She finally notices that he's there.
Mhm.
And they kind of well, Jen tries to introduce them, but they've already met each other, probably from years ago, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Actually, that might have even been in the Defenders, now that I think about it. Um,
probably.
yeah, and he goes, "Good to see you again, Hellcat," and she goes, "Good to see you, Jack. Great to see your shoulders," because probably she's probably only ever seen him in armor before. And Jen's got this look on her face like, "Oh God, could this day get any worse?" Patsy, I'm not appreciating this energy, she says.
uh, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, there might be only two women on the planet that have seen Jack of Hearts naked, and that's his mother and She-Hulk.
You might be right.
Um,
He did have a love interest, I think, for a while in the Silver Surfer stuff. There was
mm,
that Ganymede woman.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, Silver Surfer's one to talk, isn't he? No
Oh
Nut
yeah.
November champion since 1960, whatever. But uh, I don't care how many girlfriends he's had. He's still the champion of No Nut November. Suck it, Phil. But on the next page here, um, Hellcat says, "Go make yourself beautiful, bestie. Jack will keep me entertained. I'm not going out tonight. There's a protester outside. Didn't you see the protester? I got rid of that guy. This whole city is mad at me. So go incognito." She's like, "Patsy, look at me. I can't just put on a mask." "Sure you can. Bring out the small guns. Lowercase Jen." The one who can ride coach without breaking her kneecaps. Nobody's mad at that chick. She's like, "I guess you're right." And Jack can come too. And they both simultaneously like, "I don't know if that's a good idea." Um, and Patsy says, "You guys can't hide in this closet forever, even if it is a very glamorous closet."
And then a few minutes later, in Jen's actual glamorous closet, Jen says, "I'm not sure I have anything that fits small me." And Patsy's rifling through her clothing, and and she says, Jen asks her, "What are you doing?" And Patsy says, "Trying to find something your boyfriend can wear over his clown costume. Didn't you have didn't you have a blazer era?"
She sure did.
She did. And we're talking about it on the show as well. And then also, Jen says, "Do you really think I should introduce Jack to Carol? Nobody knows he's back, and everyone has an opinion about him." And Pansy says, "Jen, yes, it's not healthy to keep secrets like this." And Jen says, "You keep so many secrets, Patsy." And Patsy says, "It's not healthy for you. Me, I run on secrets. Secrets and Advil."
Now that I'm thinking about it, both of these women were once involved romantically with Tony Stark.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, I forget about
Um,
Patsy's brief time
yeah,
with Tony.
I think that was a more recent thing, I think. But
Yeah.
now Tony is married to Emma Frost. So,
For a hot minute. We'll see how long that lasts.
yeah, from what I hear, it's actually a really fun dynamic that they have between them. But
Okay.
I can imagine it would be because Emma is she's not taking shit from nobody.
That's right.
Uh,
Yeah.
um, the next page, Jack of Hearts' outfit is awful. Um, Patsy said, "It's a look. Is it a good look? No. Is it a better look? Still probably no. He's got like this blue blazer on with this orange vest with a blue shirt blue shirt underneath, and then a big brownish orange scarf. Yeah, he looks like a hobo.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But he's like, I'm trying to wean myself off the suit. I haven't worn a helmet in months, and I'm not leaking radiation out of my ears. Well, that's progress, Patsy says. And then there's little tiny Jen looking super cute. She's
Oh
got
yeah,
like
totally
a,
adorable.
yeah. I guess this will have to do. I only have one pair of shoes that fit. Um, and Jack is like, look at you. Look at what? I haven't seen that face in a while. I missed it. You missed it? It's such a good face, he says.
And then Pansy says, "All right, lover boy, you take the window. Meet you downstairs." And Jen and Pansy take the elevator down. And Patsy says, "We should walk, right? Can you stand the heels?" And they go down to the club to meet, and Jack meets them on the street. And Patsy says, "Carol's probably waiting for us. I hope she's being cool. They only let cool people in." And Jen asks, "What's this place called again?" And Patsy answers, "Basement. The vibe is you're at a party in your parents' basement, ugly couches, bad stereos, sneaking booze from your dad's bar. So fun."
Yeah. But Carol shows up. She meets them, and she is rocking a leather bomber jacket with a top and blue jeans, but she still has that Captain Marvel sash around her waist. And I love it says Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, galactic superpower, the Avenger all the other Avengers answer to, has the world's most impressive resume, but the word fun isn't anywhere on there. Patsy's like, she's not being cool. But this is when Jack of Hearts gets cold feet, and he decides that he's going back to the apartment. He doesn't want to encounter any of the Avengers. He says Patsy is one thing, Titania, Ben Grimm, but the Avengers. And Jen kind of understands and lets him go. And then Patsy running up to Carol. Oh, Captain, my Captain. You two-faced little minx, you.
And the three of them walk into the basement, and everybody knows Patsy. "Jeremy, Patsy, I've got your favorite couch ready." And Carol says, "Thank God, when I heard basement, I thought it was going to be some weird S&M thing." And they sit down at this couch, and somebody asks, "What can I get you, Patsy?" And she says, "3 old-fashioned." And Jen says, "Don't order for me." And Patsy says, "3 old-fashions for me." I love how she had to specify that.
Yeah. She wants all this food too.
Ranch
Deviled
dip.
eggs, deviled eggs, cheese and crackers. They're all chilling on the couch, and Captain Marvel says, "No She-Hulk tonight, huh? You've had a hell of a week." And Patsy butts in, "Carol, I wish you wouldn't use that word so flippantly around me. I've been through a lot of trauma." "Oh, I'm sorry, Patsy. Ignore her, Carol. She's being a brat." Jen smacks her upside the head. And Carol just kind of looks disheveled a little bit. Hell might be an understatement. This week has been one for the books. I still don't know what I could have done differently. And yeah.
Yeah, she says, "When my cousin showed up outside my apartment, I went right into crisis mode. de-escalate the situation, evacuate the area, move the action away from the population. And Carol says, standard Avengers protocol. You saw it through perfectly. And Jen says, but my cousin and someone who calls herself Anathema still took down a building. And Carol says, well, it was an empty building. And Jen says, that was just luck. And Carol says, you follow the procedure and you hope for good luck. Nothing to be ashamed of there. And Jen says, tell that to the woman who stands outside my office with a sign that says, shame on you, She-Hulk. And Patsy's like, she starts groaning, and Jen says, you feeling okay? And Patsy says, fine, a little headache, probably from this downer of a conversation. Maybe because I haven't eaten. Dee Dee, I'm begging you, cheese and crackers.
Carol and Jen continue to talk. And Carol is, always the glass half full type of person. She's reassuring Jen everything's going to be all right. It's going to blow over. She's being the optimist, and Carol's like, but I'm still trying to convince myself too. Meanwhile, Patsy, like, something's wrong. Like, you think maybe is she drunk or hung, whatever, but she's holding her head and she's like, oh, nobody stays mad at you, Carol. You're a blonde. And when you vaporize people, they don't bleed, so your costume stays clean. Hey, Pats, your snacks are here. Eat something. Jen hands her the deviled eggs and she starts nomming on them. No more of this. War stories and pep talks. No more chin up, airman. We came here to have fun. We're supposed to be obliterating reality with hijinks. We should be dancing. No one has to tell you to keep your chin up when you're dancing. It's already up. And Carol says, so let's dance then. And I was like, oh boy, the girls are going to dance.
And that's what they do. And Pat says, Carol, you're such a good dancer. And Carol says, you'd know that if you ever invited me to things. And Carol says, I can't believe you didn't invite me to join your book club, by the way. You invited Patsy and not me. Does Patsy even read? She's saying this to Jen. Patsy says, I've written 2 memoirs. And Jen says, do you want to come to book club? And Carol says, Tony told me you have a cake club too. Jen says, that's not really a club. Patsy goes, I've never seen you eat cake, Carol. And Carol says, you can invite me to things, Jen. I want to be one of the girls. And Jen says, Carol, you totally are. Tell her, Patsy.
I love stuff like this, Justin. I love seeing like their real lives.
Me too. Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be superhero shit, cape shit, as they say.
Yeah, this reminds me of like an old issue of the Uncanny X-Men with Chris Claremont, where they just spent an issue and just had the X-Men do normal shit and just had a minute to kind of glimpse into their lives as a respite in between all the madness that they just went through. It was lovely.
Yeah. Also, Carol's 100% right, because when Patsy went to the book club, she hadn't read the book. That was in the previous series. But also, Carol, you should invite Jessica to join this crew. I'd love to see her show up in this book. Jessica Drew.
Jessica Drew, definitely.
But all good things must come to an end. Patsy really starts to, like, her head is like going crazy. And she's like, no, keep dancing, Carol. You look like $1 million. Well, you look like a bum nickel. Did you take something? Jen, no, I'm not. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. My head's all buzzy. If I didn't know better, maybe someone drugged her. Let's get her out of here. Carol just immediately goes into protector mode.
Yeah.
Not here. Why did it have to be here? Not basement.
And then on the next page, she says, I love this place, and she's
Mm.
beholding all of these people that have turned into demonic creatures right before her very eyes, and that's where we leave off the cliffhanger ending of this issue.
Yeah, because Patsy had a whole ordeal with her ex-husband Damon Hellstrom, where he was in hell for a little while.
Mhm,
So I think that this is still affecting her.
mhm.
But yeah, that's the end of the issue here, and man, I that cover for the next issue I want as a poster.
Oh, with Carol and Jen? Yeah, it's so good,
Yeah,
right?
God,
Yeah,
it's
I love that.
gorgeous. Those
Yeah,
Jen Bartel covers are just amazing. I don't
we need
I
more of
think
those.
like Shulky has almost never looked more gorgeous than she did on those
Mhm.
covers. It's like she's so vibrant and
Yeah.
you it might just be me, but like you can tell that a woman drew these.
Mhm, mhm,
Like it's not real male gazy, but she's still gorgeous, she's still sexy. It's
mhm.
like it's perfect.
Yeah, I agree. And she's got the perfect costume now too, which helps.
Yeah,
Before in other iterations that maybe she looked great, but the costume wasn't that great. But
right.
I think now she's got the perfect costume. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Always like her in the purple and white. That's
Mm,
always a good look for her. I
me
mean,
too.
Bruce and Hulk wear the purple pants, but like it works well with green. I mean, Green Goblin,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's but
Yeah.
so Justin, what do you think of this one?
I love this one. This one is definitely a clap for me. I love the obviously the guest appearance from Patsy Walker, obviously showing that trade paperback. I mean, I'm a fan of Patsy going from way back. And I haven't read any of her more recent adventures, so I'm really excited to check out that trade paperback some more.
Mhm.
And maybe that will kind of tie into what's going on in this story,
I
perhaps tangentially.
I would imagine so. Yeah, this is a definite clap for me. I love this. I like I think we mentioned this on the last one, but Jen is kind of like she embodies like what Marvel was founded on is like
Hmm.
superheroes with real life problems.
Yeah,
And this issue was all about that. And we didn't get any sort of superhero-y like stuff until the literal last page.
right.
Um and I loved seeing her interact with the other girls, or the other women, I should say. But it was it was fun having like a ladies' night with them. I love seeing that shit. I love seeing the interaction. Like I know we talked. I've told you about this before, but there was early on in like the Hickman X-Men stuff, right after House of X, Powers of X, where Kitty Pryde had to smuggle in like some booze and some fried chicken for Wolverine because they didn't have any on Krakoa. And I just loved that shit. I thought that was so good. And he was just so happy. But um yeah, I just love seeing the like, they're treat them like real people, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's still escapism, but
Yeah,
it's grounded in reality, which is nice. That's really nice to have that.
for sure.
Absolutely. And we've got a great talent with the dialogue is great, the art is
Mm,
great, everything looks good. I mean, all of their outfits were kind of respective of their individual personalities. I really
definitely.
liked that. That was cool. Yeah, it was really great.
The only the I if I could have one nitpick is I this artist's She-Hulk face in some of the panels looked a little off to me. Like she looked a
Mm.
little too hulkish, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Mhm.
But I still really loved the art overall. I thought it was great, but
Me too.
some of the faces were a little weird. But again,
Mm.
that maybe that's just maybe they were rushed. You know,
Maybe, yeah, and seeing like Jen in her human form again kind of took me off by surprise. Maybe because I just haven't seen her in her human guise very much recently. I had almost
yeah,
forgotten what she was supposed to look like
yeah,
as just regular Jen, I guess.
yeah. She's a super cutie. Like
Yeah,
she's gorgeous both ways, and I think
yeah,
Jack of Hearts has really nailed that one home. Is that he likes her both ways.
yeah.
Um,
I like that. Yeah.
you ready to talk about motherfucking Incredible Hulk though?
Oh man, yeah. Number
Oh
8.
my god, Justin, this just keeps getting better.
Uh,
uh so Incredible Hulk number 8. Um we'll read the credits when we get to the credits page because we have like a little prologue here first.
yes.
I tell you what, when I turned that page, my jaw hit the floor because this
Yeah.
first page is incredible, no pun intended. It's almost like this Frank Frazetta looking painting type thing where there's this tree with with a giant corpse at the foot of it. Looks like it's getting eaten by hyenas. And then we cut to Bruce Banner running from said hyenas, or actually running towards them,
hmm
and they just look vicious. And I was like, whoa, this is just, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. This is a whole other level. Yeah, and the hyenas turn from the carcass and start growling immediately at Bruce and attack him. He is wielding some type of a bone, which he uses as a club to defend himself, but it's not enough. Uh, the hyenas take him down, and suddenly there's this stomping, boom,
Mm.
almost like a large foot that's approaching, and the hyenas whine and turn away, and Bruce says, "Come on, Hulk, can't keep me here if I." But he's cut off.
Mhm.
You're not Hulk. Oh,
Oh,
I think it's you.
I thought it was all one page.
Oh, I
Um,
guess it is. Yeah. And then there's this creature, this very large, monstrous creature, which says, "Nor are you curious. I take this powerful creature as my vessel,
mm,
and inside find this soft, fragile thing. You have
mm.
no place inside my garden." And there's this
Ooh.
demonic, bestial eye that's gazing down at him. Oh man.
Bruce has been going through it in there. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, poor guy. He's been tortured.
You know what that almost reminded me of? Um, the Max when he would be in like the outback,
Oh
like
yeah.
those dream sequences that he was basically making up in his head.
hmm
That's what it kind of reminded me of, but like a dark version. Like,
Much darker. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I love that.
So our credits here, Justin.
Yes, Spirits of Vengeance, Part 3. Writer Philip Kennedy Johnson, artist Nick Klein, color artist Matthew Wilson, letterer VC's Corey Petit. Nick Klein was also the cover artist for this issue.
Mhm.
And we had Will Moss as the editor.
Yeah, and I think this is the last one before Nick takes another one of his breaks, Justin, because he's going to
Mm,
take these periodic breaks I think like every other arc or something like that. So,
mhm.
so we'll have another guest artist next time, I think.
I think
But
you're right. Yeah.
he should still be doing the covers.
Mhm.
We open to another double page spread here where the Hulk is being engulfed by this black darkness over his body.
I will kill you, little locust.
And Charlie is screaming, Hulk, Hulk, snap out of it. What's wrong with you? And the war devils are riding their horses and killing off the poor, the Latino family that has taken them in. Charlie's still begging with him. Hulk, it's me. It's Charlie. You used to be an Avenger. These people need us to be heroes.
Heroes are only in tales.
And my God, that panel where he says, "Among men there are only monsters."
Yeah, when his face is all in
Oh
shadow.
oh
Yeah.
my God. But thankfully for Charlie, he gets his shit rocks.
And Charlie says, "See, jerk, heroes are real." As she's saved by a rocket fired by the new Ghost Rider. who's
Ghost
driving
Rider
that-
with a fucking rocket launcher. I
with a
love this
rocket
shit.
launcher. Oh my God. And he's got a little side by side with the little kid driving next to him, which is
Yeah.
great. And the kid is smiling and laughing. Like it's a fantastic picture. And the war devils on horseback are also similarly assaulted by the Ghost Rider's rocket launcher. And the kid says, "Uncle Sal, I can help. Let me." And he's reaching for a gun on the Ghost Rider's belt, and Ghost Rider immediately lashes out and says, "No! I only came back to keep you alive, kid. This life ain't for you. Not ever."
Holy shit. We got another. We're back in the I guess Banner's mindscape, I guess you'd call it. And oh my God, this page. These Banner is running, and he's from this monster. It's no escape, little locust. The brute may have been your vessel. And it starts clawing at him, but now he is mine. But then,
Stupid. Not Banner's place. Not your place. Mine. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I need not your flesh, fractured son. I am Ginny Doggle, the first hunter of men. And it was at this point where I had to go grab the Kleenex and change my undies. That was I was
Yeah.
we got this demonic looking Hulk going up against this giant demonic woolly mammoth wolf hybrid monster, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Well, I love the fact that Bruce ran into the carcass of that behemoth that the hyenas were eating, and
Yeah.
then that thing turned into the Hulk, like around
Yep.
him, like, and he's inside, looking like Despair from the fucking Inhumanoids with his rib cage open and
Yeah.
little Bruce Banner peeking out. I just love it so much. Oh my God. And
So
back
good.
in the quote unquote real world, as this is happening, the possessed Hulk is leading the charge of the horseback war devils, and the hunter says, "And I command legions beyond counting," as they're rushing forth to meet the Ghost Rider in combat. And that's when one of the war devils launches a spear, which separates the sidecar from the motorcycle. And the war devils are chanting, "Locusts, devourers. Man has no place in the..." And that's when the Hulk hurls... basically, it's a car that's been mashed into a ball. And he hurls it at them, which shreds a bunch of the war devils and their mounts. And the creature says, "Fractured Sun, Ghost Rider, long and long has it been. No matter. I was there when the first living man entered my garden."
Justin, it's time for our motherfucking boss battle because this
Yeah.
thing is massive and he looks kind of like a giant bat with a giant sword, armor, little tiny wings, and
Mhm.
this biker looking eyewear on. It's really awesome. And he
So
says,
good.
"I will see the last of you dead, each at the other's hand." Yeah. Holy shit.
And then Ghost Rider stomps the ground open, causing flaming fissures, and says, "I ain't been a living man in a good while." And he sets his chain on fire as the creature starts snarling at him. And immediately the two of them attack this creature. The Hulk's rushing forth, and the Ghost Rider's surging forth on his bike, and the battle is joined.
And there's so much going on this next page. The I think it was Dogal was the name. Slams its sword down, sending the Hulk into the air, and then nails him with his one of his tusks. And you see like green blood squirting out of the Hulk. Hulk hits the ground hard, but Ghost Rider's still around. He starts opening fire. Hulk is like, "Rider, chains!" And Ghost Rider starts whirling that chain around, throws it, and oh my god, Hulk catches it, wraps it around his arm with the hook out, and Hulk says, "Pretty strong, but not the strongest," as he is jumping into this creature's maw.
And he comes out the other side of its skull with a huge explosion of gore, then wraps the chain around the creature's neck and proceeds to leap off of its head, basically choking the thing while the Ghost Rider is encircling it and binding its legs in the flaming chain while it's doing all of this. The Hulk's basically rending its body with the chain. It's fantastic.
It's like they took out Jabba the Hutt and an AT-AT at the same time, because that's like that, that yeah. But the Hulk the Hulk crashes. He hits the ground and just pulls as hard as he can, and the beast's head comes right off.
Yeah.
And he says, "Eldest will have you, fractured son. Your flesh is the key and is hers by right. By eldest hand, the mother of horrors will return, and she will grant me vengeance upon all mankind."
And they're looking over the desiccated carcass of the creature, and the Hulk asks the Ghost Rider, "Why not you? Aren't you one of the eldest's too?" And Ghost Rider replies, "I heard her call, sure, but I was a Ghost Rider. Disobedience is our whole thing. Besides, something else brought me back. Something that needs that kid safe. That's all it cares about. It says that in the world where he dies, everything goes wrong. So I won't let him not here."
And Ghost Rider turns to Hulk and says, "Your weak spot's the girl. Hmm? You're a tough kill. If Eldest don't get that yet, She will soon. She'll get to you through the girl. Keep her safe, Hulk. In the end, she'll be the only one that matters. And the Ghost Rider dissipates, and all we
Yep.
see is the chopper. Next, Frozen Charlotte.
Ooh, a new creature. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my
And
god.
Justin, you would be so kind as to read the remembrance of Jenny Doggall, aka the War Devil.
Certainly. Of all the children of the mother of horrors, none have a greater hatred of man than Ginny de Gaulle, he whom man has named the War Devil. Ginny de Gaulle began life as a mere spirit on the grasslands of Africa, a meek and gentle thing, lacking even physical form. If it had a name in that early time, there were none who knew it. It was silent, watchful, full of love for all things that grow, devoid of malice or ill intent, until man came. When the first men came to the grasslands, the spirit was wary and fearful. Though not intelligent, man seemed cunning. They brought with them the spear, the bow, and the trick of fire. They ate of every tree and root and shaped the land to their liking, as if it was theirs alone. They learned to hunt even the mightiest beasts, creatures far stronger and swifter than they. All this the gentle spirit watched, and it was afraid. Man's numbers quickly grew, and their crimes grew bolder. They killed the trees to make their tools and weapons, even burned them for warmth. They killed the animals in vast numbers and draped themselves in their skins. Bit by bit, the grasslands were burned away, and the embers of the spirit's fear grew to a smoldering anger. As the seasons changed, the spirit retreated to the sacred grove where its life had begun, a secret holy place its hated enemy would surely never discover. But man's reach grew ever longer until at last a hunting party did find that sacred grove. Not knowing what they had found, the hunters ate from the trees, drank from the spirit's pool, and slew its most beloved deer. Man had already taught the spirit fear and sorrow and bitterest rage, but that day the spirit discovered hatred also, a revulsion as black and blinding as death. It flew into the body of one of the hunters, becoming his breath and blood, filling his heart with a searing hatred of his own kind that could only be answered with murder. Wearing the hunter's form, the spirit slew his fellows, ate of their flesh, and danced in their blood, howling in anguish and bloodlust. Hunter and spirit had become Ginny de Gaulle, War Devil, the first hunter of men. The lies of the hunters did not satisfy Ginny de Gaulle, and soon he hunted the rest of their tribe. The shamans tried to draw Ginny de Gaulle out of the hunter, but Ginny de Gaulle would not be drawn out. The men who were left tried to kill Ginny de Gaulle, but Ginny de Gaulle could not be killed. When at last all the tribe lay dead, Ginny de Gaulle found that there were others, and he hunted men wherever he found them. Every life Ginny de Gaulle took made him greater and more monstrous, until little of either spirit or man remained. Years passed in slaughter until finally Ginny de Gaulle was trapped by the hunters of many tribes, hunters beyond counting. After a terrible battle, so many were Ginny de Gaulle's wounds that he finally fell. But as he fell, Ginny de Gaulle's blood splashed upon the hunters who had felled him. That night, as they celebrated their victory, the bloodlust of Ginny de Gaulle roiled in their minds, a torturous flame that would torment them until their deaths. The hunters had become warriors, hunters of men. Though the kindly spirit's sacred grove was long ago burned and forgotten, the spirit was avenged on its trespassers 1,000,000 times. The spirit of Ginny de Gaulle is now legion. The fear, rage, and hatred of the war devil have passed through spilled blood across the eons and will live on until the last two warriors lay dead at each other's feet. On that day, the kindly spirit of the sacred grove will rest at last, and the mother of horrors will stand astride the bones.
Thank you so much, Justin. Um, um, Justin, what'd you think of the issue?
That is 100% a clap for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything about this issue, and that whole piece of Jenny DeGaulle was just so. I just love everything about that. That
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that actually hit me in the feels because I love stuff like that, and it reminded me of some other stories that I've seen, but it I don't know it hit different with reading it in a Hulk in the context of a Hulk tale. Just these people being possessed by this entity. I mean, we've seen the Hulk possessed by lots of different entities before, but never quite like this. This creature is something different, and this origin, I mean, yeah, it definitely hit me in the feels thinking about this poor little innocent spirit that was probably looked like a little cute little Pokemon or something
Mm-hmm.
when it was this little innocent, cute little Pokemon. But after watching all of the horrible, evil things that man does, it kind of mutated and warped and twisted it over the years. And yeah, it's one of those creatures that you can actually feel a little bit of sympathy for. And some of these other the eldest the remembrance of the eldest, you can definitely feel sympathy for some of those creatures as well that we've talked about. I love that. It's adding
Mm-hmm.
another layer of depth to this story, which I think is tremendous.
Yeah. It's definitely a clap for me as well. Um, those mindscape sequences were just I don't like I know I think in the credits it said Nick Klein colored those pages specifically himself. And you
Mhm.
can tell that they're like drastically different.
Mm,
Like I said, they're almost Frazetta like.
mm. It
Um,
almost looks like watercolors too in places. It's
yeah,
really cool. Yeah.
just gorgeous. And the Jenny DeGaulle is awesome. Another big demonic kaiju, basically.
Yeah.
The Hulk constantly, consistently being a badass. The new Ghost Rider, a badass. And
So
they
good.
teaming up was just so awesome. And Charlie gets to do some cool things, and we're finally like Hulk is like Hulk showed up to protect Banner in the Mindscape.
Mhm.
Like, it was probably more like, he's expunging the demon out, but still when Banner needed him, he was there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe it's one of those like, no, he's mine to beat the shit out of, not anybody else's.
Yeah.
But
Pro well, probably on the outside, but, deep down, I think he realizes that they need each other to
yeah.
survive. Yeah.
And now the seed has been planted in Hulk's head that, he's got to protect Charlie at all costs. Um,
Mhm.
will he lean into that, or will he try to abandon her is the thing. Like,
He could go the other way and be like,
yeah,
I don't yeah. The safest way for her to live her life is to be away from me," he could say.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we know Charlie, she's not going to let that happen.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
she'll find him somehow.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, this series is just it is absolutely amazing. It is just so good.
Yeah, I agree. I can't
I
see
can't
enough good things about this. Yeah.
Well, I think that does it for this episode, Justin. I am going to, of course, shout out first of all our sponsor, Comics to Astonish. Check
Yes.
them out. You can find them very easily. Tell them Gamma Charge sent you. Find all your comic book and Magic the Gathering needs with Comics to Astonish. And now I am going to pull up our lovely patrons. Because our show can only get better because of our lovely patrons. All right,
That's
here
right.
we go. So we would like to thank Matthew,
Hey, Matthew.
our upcoming guest, Josh Link,
Hey, Josh.
Dickin,
Hi, Dickin.
Patrick McMullen. Oh, wait.
Hello, Patrick.
Patrick McMullen!
Oh, that's right. He likes the Bybee's voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Frazetta Hulk. I bet you loved this
Hello,
one,
Frazetta
Frazetta
Hulk.
Hulk.
Oh, man, yeah.
Jonathan Saxon.
Hey, Jonathan.
And Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Thank you all so much. We really appreciate your patronage.
Yes, we do.
Uh,
Keeps the lights on over at StreamYard for us.
Mm-hmm. So until next time, well, actually, we should probably tell them what we're doing next.
Yes,
So
we've got
we
two
mentioned.
more episodes this month.
Mm-hmm. We have. Let me pull up our schedule here. Schedule. So we have with Josh Link, we are going to be talking some X related stuff. The Hulk versus Onslaught, Justin. Which includes Cable number 34, Incredible Hulk number 444, and Onslaught Marvel Universe number 1.
Yes.
And then we will also be discussing Immortal Hulk number 11 through 15 this month.
Yes.
Can't wait for that.
I know. I'm excited for both of those. So, yeah, basically, yeah, Gamma Beast will be getting another episode each week this month, I think. Yeah.
So, I think we're gonna just skip the plugs, Justin.
Yeah. You guys know where to find us, I'm sure.
Of course. So
Yes.
until next time, Gamma Beasts, keep it green.
Keep it green. See you next time, everyone.
Ah!